Hello, so for today's video I'm going to be talking about my favourite makeup brushes. So these are pretty much all affordable. There might be like one or two that's a little bit up there in price. You can buy these all single as well, or you can buy them in a kit. I'll let you know if they do come in a kit and stuff like that, and if they're worth the kit and etc. So yeah, and I've also got some favourite tools and also like products I use to clean the brushes, because obviously it's super important to keep them clean. So what I'll do is I'll leave a little timestamp, because I'm going to do face brushes first, but I'll leave a little timestamp for eye ones just in case you didn't want to see the face ones. So starting off with face products. So obviously this is dirty because I used it today. So this is the EcoTool, I think it's like the Perfecting sponge. This is actually really great, such an affordable option. I have got a Real Techniques one, but I haven't used it in ages, but I did used to love it, but I think this one steals my heart a little bit more. It also does come with a little mini, but I do not like the little mini, and for whatever reason, like, it went mouldy. Like, I don't know what happened. Like, I always wash them, keep them clean. Yeah, it was just super weird, but I love this one, and it's got a nice flat angle, so you can really sort of hand it in. And then also like great for like contour, because it's contour, like for powder, say like you want it to clean up. It's got this like nice sharp edge, great for like under the eyes and stuff. Really good sponge, really nice and soft. So next up is the Real Techniques mini sponge. So these are the mini miracle sponges. So you do get two in a pack, which is great. This one's pretty beat up. I think I'm going to throw this away, but I've been using this for a while and it's lasted me a long time. So this is great if you're really precise about makeup like I am. Like, I love this for like really getting in with the concealer. I feel like it's such a good little sponge. Same with like if you wanted to pack on eyeshadow base, obviously great for baking as well. You don't have to have both these sponges, it's completely up to you. This will do all of this. It's just, I love how small these are. I think they're absolutely amazing. The next up, obviously, we have the Beauty Blender. So this is in black, obviously. The pink one actually runs pretty bad. Like, I think I've got another pink one because it come in like a BFF kit thing, and then you split it and you give one to your friend. And it's fine and everything, but obviously with it running all the time it does get annoying, but I find that the black one didn't do that. So just be careful of the colour that you do get, because it will run. These are great sponges. Obviously you can get amazing dupes of these nowadays, like Beauty Blender. They can claim to be queen, but I mean they are OG and they are fantastic, but they are pricey for what they are, and I feel like that this does just as good as this. Like, it's the same. Obviously this is wet, this isn't wet, but it's got that same like bounce and consistency of a Beauty Blender, so can't complain. I tried to do this in like order as well, so I'd be like, oh, this is foundation brush, this is powder brush. So yeah, so we have the Spectrum BO1. So this is a foundation brush, and obviously this is part of their Mean Girl collection, which you can buy in a kit. You can't buy the Mean Girl brushes individually, but you can buy this brush. I think they do like a marble piece and then like a blue and pink piece, which I do have a single brush, which I'll show you. Comes like this sort of colour. So obviously if you wanted the kit, obviously you'd have to buy the whole collection, but the whole collection is fantastic. I've got some videos on it. I'll leave both videos up because I have the original, and then they like added a few more brushes in like later on. Really good foundation brush. Absolutely love this. Love Spectrum for maybe like 2 years now. I think they're absolutely incredible brushes. Never had any issues with them. Yeah, really great brush company. Maybe this won't all stay in order just because I'm looking at it and I'm like, right, what would I typically do next? But let's just keep it. I'll do like Spectrum, brand, so that way it's all together. So next up is the Spectrum AO3. So obviously this is a little bit dirty because they've had like a cream bronzer on it. So obviously it's part of their Mean Girl collection again. Obviously you can buy them individually, like I've said. I love this for like cream contour. So like I just obviously dip into the palette. Typically I use something like the Hourglass Lumi Sheer, which I'll leave like a little picture here. And like you can really like dig it in and like go in. And I love this actually as well for like packing out concealer. It's really fast, really easy. So say you're someone that's on the go and you haven't got time to wet beauty blenders and things like that, this is great because you can just obviously just pick it up and just go in. A really, really great brush. Obviously you could use it for foundation, that's a personal preference. I haven't really used it for foundation. I haven't used a foundation brush in years, since like obviously these ones come out and like the beauty blender and stuff. So yeah, really good brush. Next up we have the Spectrum A05. So this is a nice angled brush. So I love this for like bronzer and blush. I do love a good angled brush. I always have done. I think they're great because obviously you could turn it and get it little down here but more up here, which is typically what I like in a bronzer. Like I like it to be a little bit more up here and a little bit less down here, so it doesn't look so like just bronzer lines. This is really, really fantastic. I'm pretty sure they have a bigger one in the collection as well, so if you've got a more larger face or you like a really bronzed look, then maybe pick up that brush instead, but I prefer this one personally. Next up we have the Spectrum C07. I love this brush. This brush has been used religiously. This is actually fantastic. They're super soft as well and they're cruelty-free vegan as well, so if you're looking for that line of makeup brushes, Spectrum will be your girls for it. I did say this was a C07, didn't I? Beautiful brush. I love this as well for contour, bronzer, blush. It just fits the face like perfectly. Obviously you could set the under eyes with it, set the whole face with it because it's that nice big brush. So say like I really want to go for a bronze look, then I will use this brush because I feel like it can really get in there really easy, really fast, really quick. Yeah, absolutely love this brush. So next up we have the e.l.f. stippling brush. I love this brush, I think this is fantastic. So I love this for like powder and stuff. So obviously with stippling brushes they tend to be more dense here and then they have like this fluffier, lighter brushes at the top. So I love to like dip powder in this and just like swirl my whole face with it, so my whole face is set but it's not too heavy, especially if you're on the drier side as well. Obviously you don't want to be going in like really heavy with powders. I also like to blend, like say like I've got a serum on the face, I like to just blend that out as well because I'm not one of these girls that like drops it onto the face unless I really can't be bothered to like put it in my hand. But say like you do drop it onto the face, this is like really nice just to get it all round and in quick. Yeah, really good brush. Next up we have this Luxie brush. So this is the jadeywadey brush. So this is a 182. So this is a nose contour brush. This is pretty pricey but I think I got it on sale, so you know, look out for the sales. Beauty Bay had it on sale. Their website also had it on sale, but like shipping was a bit much because obviously I'm from the UK. But I absolutely love this brush for nose contour. I think it's phenomenal. So you get like this more smaller brush. So this is perfect for like creams. And then you get the more fluffy brush which is perfect for like powders. It just really hugs the nose really well. Yeah, really, really pretty brush. Love this. So next up we have the crown brush. So this is the C436. And this is like a duo fibre one. So it's the same as the e.l.f. one. It's more densely packed and then it's got like more of a lighter top to it, and I love this for blending out cream products. It does an amazing job. Absolutely fantastic with it. Yeah, I just love this. It blends everything really well. Yeah, love this brush. Next up we have the Crown Brush C530. So this is a nice like tapered brush. So I typically like this for like packing on powder underneath the eye, or like, you know, packing like a bit of powder on there. Yeah, really great brush because it's just this nice tapered brush. It's really like fluffy. It's got like a, yeah, it's got a little bit of density to it, so this is going to pick up product a little bit more. So say like you do want a heavier powder application, then obviously you can go ahead and set the whole face as well. Obviously it might take a bit longer than, you know, something like this or something like this, but yeah, really good brush. Next up we have the Crown Brush C529. So this is a tapered highlighting brush. I love this brush. I'm not the biggest fan of fan brushes. Like the ones from Spectrum are actually really, really nice, but this, I just feel like you can get on there better and there's less like, I don't know, like a fan brush to me is just weird. I've never been able to get on with one, but this is absolutely fantastic. Yeah, beautiful, beautiful brush. I love how you can just, it just sits perfectly on the face, on the nose, like anywhere you want to put highlight, it's really going to do an amazing job for you. So we also have the Clarisonic face brush. This is great for foundation, cream products, basically any cream product is fantastic. So say like you're a cream product gal or guy, then this is going to be absolutely perfect for you because it just blends out instantly, quickly. It's phenomenal. Obviously, I would not recommend buying a Clarisonic just for the foundation brush head. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. Like, they're so expensive. But I bought the Clarisonic as a face wash brush. Did not like it. And I was like, I've got to put some use to this because it cost me a bomb. So yeah, I love the foundation brush head. So happy I found something that I can actually use with it. So yeah, I do really recommend this. But I don't recommend it that much that you need to have it. Like, obviously, all the brushes that I just recommended, like this little crown brush here, this will do the job of blending. It's just this is so fast, especially with foundation. It's amazing. Okay, so moving on to eyes. So, don't even know where to begin. Let's start with like the Spectrum brushes. So this is the Spectrum B06. I love this brush. This brush is like a godsend for hooded eyelids, but just because it's so small, like it just sits perfect in the crease. Like, it's not too overbearing. So say like obviously your eyelids are more hooded than mine, then this brush is going to be fantastic because it can really go into the crease but not put too much product elsewhere that it's just a hot mess. Yeah, I love the B06. I've been using this for ages. I think it's a fantastic brush. Really recommend this one. Next up we have the Spectrum A07. So obviously I've got hair on it. Obviously you can sort of like pack on eye base, concealer, whatever you use, but I love this brush for putting product right into the crease. So basically where it sits, it just sits perfect to add more definition into the crease, but not add, like I said, like say like you went in with a light brown, yeah, so obviously I take something like this and this is my crease done, but say I wanted to add more definition, this is gonna add, it's gonna be too much because it's gonna be up in my crease. So obviously I've just added more colour on top, which I didn't really want to do. I wanted to keep that transition really nice and like faded, whereas this brush would be perfect just to add a little bit more definition into the crease and obviously make it look like you've got more of a crease as well. So yeah, that's why I love this brush, because I can just get that nice like initial, like really pack it in their crease colour. So yeah, love that. Next up we have the Spectrum A16. So I love this for like, you can obviously cut the crease with it, but it's great for just packing on like shimmer shades if you wish. It's so like precise, it's so flat, it's so like, it's like fully densely packed, and that's why I love it. And the fact is that it's so small, like, because obviously with this eyelid I've got like quite a bit of excess skin that folds over, so when I look like this I can really like get my brush in there. Yeah, so perfect for hooded eyelids, perfect for any eyelids really. It's just nice small precision. So say like you are doing like a little halo eye, then obviously it just fits perfect, like right here, here, to do the whole crease. I love it, fantastic brush. Next up we have the Spectrum A17. So you could use this for like brow pomade if you wished. It's not my cup of tea. I will show you the brush that I use for like pomades and stuff, but I love this brush for like, say I'm doing a cut crease and I can add like a little line of colour, and it's just perfect, like it fits right in the eye. Say like obviously this is going to add a bit more because it's more chunky, but say you wanted something like this just to really cut the crease and define it, then it's absolutely perfect for someone that's got obviously hooded lids, so you can really get like in there and get that nice precision line that we all want. Next up is the Spectrum A12. So I love this for like brow highlight and inner corner highlight. Yeah, fantastic brush. It's this nice like fluffy, it's a fluffy pencil brush. It's obviously great for like packing underneath, colour on the lower lash line as well. Yeah, really good brush. Next up we have the Real Technique. So this is a fine liner brush. So this is actually so great. Say like you wanted to add a little bit of glitter into the crease. Obviously it's just so small and precise. Or say you wanted to add like really little details. Say you're into like drawing on the face as well. Then it's got like this super fine tip, but it's not like really fluffy, but it's got like a little bit of density to it. So say like you just wanted to be like, I don't know, say you want to do dots on the eyelid or something. Like, it's just going to be absolutely great. So I find this to be like quite an artistic brush maybe. Obviously I'm just like, yeah, glitter, glitter. I'm not very creative when it comes to makeup like that kind of way. I really wish I was. Like, I can't even draw, let alone draw on the face that good. So next up we have the Anastasia 12 brush. So this is what I use for filling in the brows with pomade. I haven't got pomade on today, it's just Brow Wiz. Obviously from Anastasia because I love it. Yeah, this is just a tiny bit smaller than the, where are we, brush. Obviously it is quite a bit smaller than the Spectrum brush. So yeah, that's why I prefer this one. Just so I can really like draw in the lines really nice and close to the brow bone. To the brow bone? What am I trying to say? Just draw in hairs basically. So like what I typically do is I just like blick it through the eyebrows. So yeah, I love this brush, I think it's great. If I was you, like Cult Beauty do a kit where you can get this, the pomade and Brow Wiz. Because alone this brush is pretty hefty price I think. So yeah, I'd buy like a little kit if you're like invested in Anastasia products. Then yeah, I would recommend this because obviously once you buy the kit you've got the brush for, well, for ages. I mean, none of these brushes have ever done me wrong and I've had them for like years. I mean, I'm going to talk about the next one. I've had this for donkey's years, like such a long time, and like it's still going strong. So yeah, this is the crown brush. I've actually loved this so much that it's worn off, like there's no name on it. I'm pretty sure, I've got it listed in the bottom bar, but I'm pretty sure it's the C maybe 431. I'll link it like a little here as well. So what I love about this is obviously you have like this more chunkier side. A lot of people don't like double-ended brushes. That's perfectly fine. I will show you a brush in a minute that's not double-ended. And basically I love this for just packing on concealer as well, or eyeshadow base, and then you can obviously set the eyelid if you wish with it. And then this one is obviously like a duo fibre brush as well, so it's got a nice thickness, but then it's got nice like little thin bristles. So I love the blending out colour with this because obviously it's not going to blend too hard or too much. I just went like that with the brush. Yeah, so it's gonna blend, but it's not gonna blend away so much colour. Whereas if you used, I don't know, something like this for instance, like if you really went in blended, like it's gonna probably blend too much because where it's quite densely packed. But I love this for like blending, especially because I like to drag the colour out. So it's great for just like, say like you want to sit like this with the brush, it could be like this, it could be like this. So I love it for like going in the crease for blending it out as well. I love this brush, it's absolutely phenomenal. Phenomenal. What was that? Was that an advert? I'm so easily distracted. So yeah, obviously very similar to this one that I just talked about. So this is the Crown Brush C429. So obviously it's literally this, but a single brush. So obviously everything I just said about this one, obviously if you don't like the double-ended, just go for this one. It does exactly the same job. Next up we have the Crown Brush C441. So this is a crease brush. So if you're, I do love this brush as well. Like especially if I do want to go quite heavy in the crease and quite a lot of colour. And then this is great because it's so nice and fluffy. It just gets right in there. It's such a beautiful brush. Really light. Yeah, I love this brush. Really good crease brush. I'd say like, because when I picked this up I was a bit like, oh, I'm a bit worried because like obviously it's quite big for my eye shape, like literally like covers my whole eyelid. But don't be too worried because it actually is perfect. But obviously if you want something a little bit more precise, then obviously go for the Spectrum B06. Next up is the Crown Brush C551. So this is, I'd say this is like this, but can you see how it's more tapered in? So say like you wanted a really light wash of colour, then obviously this is perfect for getting in the crease as well. So obviously it's not as chubby as this, it's not as dense as this. So say you wanted something a bit more lighter, or say like you're quite heavy handed with makeup, then this would be perfect just to really get that in there. Obviously you could do a bit of crease work with it as well. Yeah, a really good brush. It's just like one of these, it's basically like this and this mixed together. Like these had a baby and bought this out. So yeah, like say you're really like just looking for one brush that does it all, then I would recommend this because obviously it's small enough that if you wanted to, you could pack on colour and stuff, and like say you just wanted to like give it a little clean and just go in. Perfect brush. Next up is the Crown Brush C510. So I love this for brow highlight. It's just got this nice precision highlight, as you can see, hopefully on my brow bone. Yeah, it's such a great brush. I love this brush so much. Obviously, I don't really like it for inner corner highlighter, just because obviously I've got little to no space. I do prefer the Spectrum A12 for that inner corner highlight, because obviously I can get it to be more precise. So if I just went in with this, it's too big. But obviously you can pack on colour with the lid as well. Say like you've got a lot more eyelid space than I have, then this would be a great brush for doing that. And next up we have the Crown Brush C528. Oh, this little baby's a lifesaver to me. So it's just this nice like tapered small brush. So I love this. So like I want to pack on colour on the outer corner. It's perfect because it's small enough for me to just see everything I'm doing and get everything what I want to get, especially in this like outer corner. Obviously you can go up and do the crease with it as well, especially if you're doing a cut crease. It'd be perfect for that, because it's got that nice like precision in there. So it's just small enough just to get all the right details. So next up we have the Crown Brush C431. So this is a nice pencil brush. So it is more densely packed than the Spectrum A12, as you can see. Like this is a lot more fluffy. I love this. Say like I've got a cut crease going on, and say like I've just packed on colour with this brush and I want to really blend it out, but obviously something like this is not going to do that, because obviously I packed on quite an intense colour. So I love this for like blending that out, because it's a nice pencil brush. So it's not sharp. Like a lot of people, like they don't like pencil brushes, they sort of lean away from them because they're like, oh, it's like sharp. But this one, like it's, you know, like it's not sharp, it doesn't hurt. So yeah, it's great for like blending that sort of colour out. Obviously if you really want to pack on colour as well underneath the lower lash line, it's great for that, because you can really like get in there and pack it on. Okay, so now we've got past all the brushes, we're going to talk about some cleaning products. So, soap that I use. I love the... This is so cute. Every time I show this, I'm always like, I'm a unicorn! So this is the Spectrum Liquid Magic, and it smells... oh, like cotton candy with vanilla, or it's just like the sweetest smelling stuff. And every time I wash my makeup brushes, like I just pick it up and just smell it. I'm like, yeah, it smells like Spectrum like liquid soap. So it is a vegan brush shampoo. I absolutely love this. Like I've been using this for ages and I've still got quite a bit left in this. I've obviously bought another one because I think it was on sale. I thought, yeah, I love that. Great soap. It's great for getting product off. Yeah, really, really, really recommend it. So yeah, if you're like looking for something a bit more like to scrub with, then these are actually fantastic. So this is from Birchbox, but obviously you can get them from Real Techniques. You can get these bad boys anywhere nowadays. Yeah, it's got like these nice like bristles, and then it's got like these, so you can really like scrub in the brush and get all the product out. These are really, really fantastic, especially like because you just don't want to go in with soap and then wash it, because it's just, I feel like it just doesn't do a good enough job. Now, if you really want something that's fantastic, I love this. So this is the StylPro. So basically you have your little bowl here, and then you have this, and so like you put this in, you pick like a size that you want, and then you dip your brush in, you turn it on, and what it does is you dip it in the water, and then you turn it on obviously, and it spins, so it gets all the makeup off, and then you let it out of the water and it dries it in 10 seconds, not even that. Yeah, I love this. I've been using this for years. A lot of people don't really like it, but I think it's fantastic. I've never had any damages to my brushes. Like you can see, they all still look great intact. I am having issues with this though, like the on and off button's just, I don't know what it's doing, like off is on and on is on. But I mean, I've had this for years, so I'm probably due for a new one. I think this, I'll leave the video up here, but I'm pretty sure I've had this for like 2 years. Hopefully you can just buy the handle, because that's all I need. So yeah. Okay, so that is the end of the video. Hopefully you found this helpful, especially if you're looking for some nice brushes, if you're just starting out and stuff, or you just want to add to your collection. Yeah, hopefully this was helpful. So yeah, bye. I always do this, like I have done since I started YouTube. I'm just like, alright, bye.